All right, how to delete bankruptcy from your credit report is going to be a no BS guide. Watch the entire video if you want to delete it for yourself, if you want to delete it for a client, friend, family, all that. So we're going to look at people that I help first because we're in this internet age. I literally had a call with somebody today asking me like if I actually do the credit repair shit, if I actually do the funding shit and all that. I really do it. I'm not, these people that are scamming y'all. So just as far as receipts purposes, if you're new, let's go ahead and show, and then we'll get straight to it. So 2023, I started my business 2021. I had a program called Cat Credit Retire 9 to 5 Mentorship, which has evolved into our high ticket program. And then one of my students, he said he removed a bankruptcy for the first time. Obviously, he accredited that to me. 2024, a year after, right? So I helped one of my private one-on-one clients that paid me well. I helped them sue Experian and they got it deleted, of course, and they also got paid $1,000. Obviously, I could just be saying this because y'all are used to people scamming you and just saying whatever. So I contacted my client to send me the screenshot again. And then remember, it was 2024. So you see the date right there, February 2024. So he got emailed settlement negotiations. Obviously, that's Experian up there. And then they said, I hope you've been well. I write to negotiate settlement of your claims against Experian, blah, blah, blah. And basically, as you scroll down, at this time, this is how these dispute items are reported on your file. So you see the bankruptcy deleted. All right. I don't know what more evidence y'all need. So the bankruptcy is deleted, and then the other accounts, as you see, they removed the notations, and then they got paid $1,000 check. And I have that on my IG. If you go to my results tab, but I got so many results, it's like I don't even know where to find it, but it's on there somewhere. So that's a receipt for you as well. And then receipts as well. So before we get into it, right? Because this is the age that we're in today's age. Like, because so many people are scamming, y'all have this weird mindset where you don't believe nothing unless you see all this amount of proof. But anyway, so two of my students in my university, they also deleted bankruptcies with my guidance. So go watch videos I did with them. And so one of them is here, Debbie. She used an affidavit that's literally in my university. And then Janeri right here. So we just posted this. So you can go look at her situation. She used a bankruptcy deletion guide that's in our $49 a month program. So yeah. So let's get straight to it. So hopefully you can believe that, I've helped people delete bankruptcies. So let's get straight to it, right? So number one, you're gonna pull your credit reports. Obviously, you're gonna pull your credit reports. You're gonna request your LexisNexis report as well. You could also freeze your LexisNexis while you're disputing with the main three. It's really up to you. The main thing I want y'all to understand with this whole credit shit, you really just gotta test out different things. Obviously, if you're going through a situation where you want to go through litigation, like my private client obviously paid me money, so I handled it for them. But the mindset you want to have with that is just looking at the next step as far as, okay, I'm going to send this notice. They're not going to do their investigation. Now I'm going to send a method of verification to trap them again. Once they don't do the method of verification, now I'm going to go to the next step and then litigation. So that's basically how I got my client paid the $1,000 and the deletion. All right, so you're gonna send a notice to the bankruptcy court, basically asking them if they furnished the info about your bankruptcy to the credit bureaus, right? So send that certified mail. So some of the things like these are simple, like foundational things that you just gotta continue to remember. Because as times are changing, as they're saying, CFPB is gone, this and that, even though you can still do CFPB complaints, it's certain foundational things you still gonna have to do, right? So one of them I would recommend, you don't have to do it, is sending a notice to the bankruptcy court and ask them if they did furnish info about the bankruptcy. To be transparent, my client that I helped last year, as far as getting that deletion and the check, I believe he said that he didn't receive the notice after he requested from the bankruptcy court. So it's not mandatory. It's just good to do. And then if you do receive it, I would recommend that you use that notice to dispute off LexisNexis or go directly at the bureaus with the bankruptcy court notice. And what you may see is when LexisNexis sends you what they send you, they're basically snitching on themselves, saying that the information in the report may not be fully accurate, So keep that in mind as well. You could also do a CFPB complaint if you want. It's not mandatory. So with your round one letter, this is how I recommend that you do it. With your round one letter, I would recommend requesting a reinvestigation. So per 15 USC 1681 IA1A, after you identify any inaccuracies or incomplete information, obviously we can go back to the what's it called? The congressional findings section, 15 USC 1681 A4. You know how it talks about your consumer's right to privacy. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. You can include that in there as well. So it's really up to you. So the main thing I want y'all to remember, which I've already said, you can tackle this stuff multiple ways. It's so many ways to get to it. One of my students did affidavit, as I told you, notarized. A different one sent a letter to the credit bureaus after getting the LexisNexis deletion first. So that's obviously two different routes. So there's multiple ways to get to it, is my point, right? So just because one person got it deleted one way and one person got it deleted a second way, it doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't because everybody be thinking everything is cap. It doesn't mean that it's cap. It just means that that person got it deleted that way, that person got it deleted that way. If you'll grow to learn. If you do have a credit business, you can do the same thing for two different clients, get different results. Maybe somebody got a deletion, maybe somebody got verified, you know? So just on the mindset tip for those of y'all that have a weird mindset, if you're watching at this point, after all the proof that I've shown you of people that I helped, then I mean respectfully, you just a dumbass. I don't know how else to put it. But obviously, if you watch it at this point, I'm assuming you're not a dumbass and you understand that this stuff is actual information. I just get irritated when I'm talking to people like the calls that I'll see or just DMs talking about like, oh, are you actually doing this? Are you scamming? That kind of thing. Because it's like I we got so many videos and everything, so much proof. So yeah. Anyways, so after 30 or 45 days, if they're on their BS after round one, the whole verified thing, I would follow up with the method of verification. So 15 USC 1681I number 7. And I have these specific letters in my $49 a month university. So if you're thinking to yourself, if you don't have experience, like you ain't been doing it since 2021 like myself, and you're thinking, okay, how do I create my letter? It's only so much shit you're gonna get on YouTube, and you just gotta stop being fucking cheap, right? We got a $49 a month community. If you want to go join it, join it. If not, use your brain or use ChatGPT to create your damn letter, right? Don't be these weird people that's just begging people for all this stuff and you expect to get the highest ROI, but you're not willing to invest nothing. I don't like cheap people, you know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. If you're cheap, I don't fuck with you. So the reason why we want to do method verification is because that'll continue to expose the fact that they didn't get the information from the bankruptcy court. All right. So afterwards, if you do get the LexisNexis deletion, it's not mandatory, but you can use that as leverage to dispute it off Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. So if it's reporting on one, like let's say you get it deleted on Experian, for example, but it's still on TransUnion or Equifax. Equifax will probably be the easiest to delete, but let's say you get it deleted off Equifax, but it's still on TransUnion and Experian. I would factual dispute using maximum possible accuracy, 15 USC 1681 EB. You can use that. Remember, none of this is legal advice, but keep in mind too, TransUnion works with LCI. I think it could be a different company now. I think it's like G2 or something. Don't quote me, but these things are always changing. So from the LCI website, you can pause the video. This is just what it has. I just wanted to put this just to show y'all like they're tied to TransUnion as well. So keep that in mind. You got the LCI information over there. So yeah, you got that information. So afterwards, what I would do around three, you could send a final notice and or litigation. So for my student, where he got the $1,000 check, I believe we sent two rounds and we did litigation. So you can go ahead and do that, right? To be transparent, I got a couple clients. I got two clients I'm doing one-on-one here in 2025 where I'm taking them through for one of them has a bankruptcy. I don't think the other one has a bankruptcy. So just to be transparent, like this information is current, is my point when I'm with what I'm saying. This is the same approach that I'm taking. So I just wanted to put this on here, give y'all this free game with the hopes that you get your bankruptcy deleted, you get the bankruptcy deleted for your client, and then you come to us for the business funding. Because the mission is to help fund $1 billion to small business owners. But I hope that this video was definitely helpful. Stay persistent and That's really the main thing when it comes to this credit repair shit, when it comes to just credit repair game. So stay persistent, stay consistent, just keep at it. And maybe different things. Like I showed y'all two different students that got their deletions different ways. So your way may be different. Your way might be verbatim based off of what I taught in this video. But with that being said, hopefully this was helpful. If you do rock with me and you want to get tapped into anything we got going on, I'll have links in the description. But with that being said, go ahead and keep watching the videos, and y'all have a blessed one.